Imagine this. You're out at sea, miles from land, and you spot a ship drifting quietly in the distance. It looks perfectly fine. Its sails full of wind. But as you get closer, no one is aboard. What would you think? Welcome to the mystery of the Mary Celeste, a ghost ship whose story has baffled the world for more than 150 years. On December the 5th, 1872, the crew of the Dei Gratia, a British merchant ship, made a discovery that would haunt maritime history forever. Aboard the seemingly abandoned Mary Celeste, they found everything in perfect order, except for one crucial detail. The entire crew had vanished without a trace. The ship, still seaworthy and stocked with provisions, was drifting aimlessly through the Atlantic. Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife, their young daughter, and 7 crew members had set sail for Genoa just weeks earlier. But now they were gone, leaving behind nothing but questions. Why would an experienced captain abandon his ship in the middle of the ocean? What terrible event could have driven the crew into the unknown? Today, we're going to dive deep into the facts, sift through the theories, and try to uncover what really happened on board the Mary Celeste. The story of the Mary Celeste begins in 1861, when the ship, originally named the Amazon, was built in Nova Scotia. Right from the start, it seemed cursed. On its maiden voyage, the first captain suddenly fell ill and died. In the years that followed, the ship collided with other vessels, caught fire, and changed owners repeatedly. It wasn't until 1869 that the ship was renamed the Mary Celeste and set sail on what would become its most infamous journey. In November 1872, Captain Benjamin Briggs, a deeply religious and experienced sailor, took command. He wasn't just any sailor. He came from a long line of sea captains. His reputation was one of competence and caution, never one to take unnecessary risks. His decision to bring along his wife, Sarah, and their 2-year-old daughter, Sophia, was a testament to how much he trusted his ship and crew. The men who made up the crew of 7 were hand-picked by Briggs, seasoned sailors, all with solid reputations. The Mary Celeste was carrying 1,700 barrels of industrial alcohol. Dangerous cargo? Perhaps, but nothing out of the ordinary for a transatlantic voyage. Days into the trip, everything seemed routine. But on December the 5th, the ship was found drifting off the coast of Portugal by the crew of the Dei Gratia. When they boarded the ship, they encountered an unsettling scene. Imagine being the first to step aboard. The sound of creaking wood underfoot, the soft flapping of the sails in the breeze. The air is still, but there's something unsettling about the silence. The cabin doors swing open to reveal untouched personal items. Captain Briggs' cabin still holds his journal, the logbook open to its last entry. Charts and instruments are neatly laid out as if ready for the next day's journey. There's no sign of struggle, no damage. It feels as though the crew simply vanished into thin air, leaving the Mary Celeste to sail on, a ghostly reminder of something gone terribly wrong. The lifeboat, however, was missing. That alone suggested the crew may have abandoned ship, but the question remained, why? The ship was completely seaworthy. There was food and water enough to last 6 months. So what had driven Captain Briggs and his crew to take such a drastic step? Well, theories abound. Some believe pirates might have attacked, but there was no evidence of violence or theft. Everything of value, including the alcohol, was still on board. Another theory involves natural disasters. Could a freak wave have swept the deck, panicking the crew into abandoning ship? Waterspouts, essentially tornadoes at sea, have also been considered, as they can be terrifying, but leave little damage behind. Some say a sea quake could have shaken the ship so violently that it felt like it was sinking. But perhaps the most compelling theory is tied to the cargo itself. The Mary Celeste carried barrels of industrial alcohol, highly volatile stuff. It's believed that some of the barrels may have leaked, releasing dangerous fumes into the ship's hold. The fear of an explosion could have forced Captain Briggs to act cautiously. Modern scientists believe he might have ordered the crew into the lifeboat temporarily to let the fumes dissipate. The plan could have been to return once it was safe. But if they did leave, why didn't they come back? Could a rogue wave have taken them while they waited, or did the lifeboat drift too far away to return? It's a theory that fits the facts, but there are still too many unanswered questions. Over the years, the story of the Mary Celeste has been clouded by exaggerations. Early newspaper reports embellished the facts, claiming that meals were left uneaten on the table, or that the crew had disappeared in the middle of their breakfast. These details were pure fiction, designed to sell papers. Modern investigations have offered a clearer picture. Forensic analysis of the ship revealed that the missing crew had likely left in an orderly fashion, not in a frantic escape. 9 of the barrels in the cargo hold were found empty, fueling the idea that alcohol fumes might have triggered panic among the crew. Yet despite all these modern analyses, the legend of the Mary Celeste continues to inspire more fantastic explanations. Alien abductions, sea monsters, and supernatural forces are still whispered about in popular culture. None of these hold water, but they remind us of how powerful a mystery can become when there are no clear answers. In the 21st century, modern expeditions have retraced the path of the Mary Celeste, hoping to solve the puzzle once and for all. Forensic teams have re-examined the ship's log, the state of the cargo, and even the ocean currents that might have carried the crew away. With advanced technology, including sonar and underwater mapping, experts have tried to track the course of the missing lifeboat and piece together the final moments of the crew. But even with all this, the core mystery remains. Why would an experienced crew on a perfectly intact ship disappear without a trace? Even with today's science, the ocean keeps its secrets. The fate of the Mary Celeste remains one of history's most enduring mysteries. The Mary Celeste has captivated imaginations for more than a century. Books, films, and documentaries have all tried to provide answers, but the mystery endures. In 1885, after years of unlucky voyages, the ship met its final fate when it was intentionally wrecked in a failed insurance fraud scheme off the coast of Haiti. But even in its destruction, the legend of the Mary Celeste remained intact. Its ghostly tale of a crew lost to the unknown still fascinates us to this day. Despite modern science and forensic breakthroughs, the Mary Celeste holds its secrets tight. We may never know exactly what happened in the vast, unforgiving Atlantic, but perhaps that's what keeps the story alive. The idea that some mysteries are never meant to be solved. The Mary Celeste, a ship lost to time, its crew swallowed by the sea. What really happened on that voyage? We may never know, but it's precisely this uncertainty that keeps us fascinated generation after generation. If you enjoyed exploring this mystery, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into history's greatest puzzles.